The Soviet Union launched Sputnik, the first man-made satellite in history to orbit the planet. This also became the start of the space race that would result in incredible technological advancements. Since then, we've seen launch vehicles the size of buildings getting built and fly to orbit. More than ever, humanity is compelled to expand its footprint in space. In this video, I will rank the top 10 most powerful rockets ever built. Number 10, and one of the most powerful rockets ever built, was also one of the most relaunched vehicles in history: the Space Shuttle. The United Launch Alliance, a partnership between Lockheed Martin and Boeing, built the Space Shuttle launch system in 1981. Fly people and materials to low Earth orbit and the International Space Station. Throughout its lifetime, the Space Shuttle launched 135 missions. It has been and will always be an iconic rocket. The number 9 on the list is the Delta IV Heavy, built in 2004 to pick up where the Space Shuttle left. While not nearly as large, the rocket was easier to launch while still having the capability to carry heavy payloads. As it stands, the Delta IV is the second most powerful rocket still in operation. Number 8 is SpaceX's Falcon Heavy. It is nearly the exact size of the ULA's Heavy launch vehicle, but with twice the capacity and half the launch price. Elon Musk first launched this rocket, which uses modified Falcon 9 components, in 2018. It has been a major advancement in space travel, with almost perfectioning reusability, flying them countless of times. Number 7 on the list is the Sovjet N-1 rocket. At the height of the Cold War, when the USA was building one of the most powerful rockets ever, the Soviet Union was doing the same. While the Soviet rocket was massive in structure, standing 345 feet tall, it was highly unstable. After 4 failed launch attempts, including one major crash shortly after liftoff, the project was suspended and ultimately cancelled in 1976. Number 6 most powerful rocket is the Energia. The N-1's cancellation was not the end of the Soviet Union's attempts to dominate the space race. Following the amazing success of the Space Shuttle, the USSR built a spaceplane of its own. Shorter than the Space Shuttle, the Energia was 192 feet tall. Number 5 from the list also comes from Russia. After more than 25 years since we've seen Russia participate in spaceflight. In 2018, the country announced its return. Just as SpaceX was preparing for its first Falcon Heavy test flight, the legacy contractor for the Energia revealed its newest project, Yenisei. Not much is known about the rocket, which only finished its design last year. We do know that the Yenisei will weigh around 6.8 million pounds and have a payload capacity of 100 tons. Number 4, the Space Launch System, also called SLS in short form. Because of the success that SpaceX had with Falcon Heavy, NASA announced the Artemis program. A collaboration of the United States' prominent defense contractors revealed one of the most powerful rockets ever built, the Space Launch System. This super heavy launch vehicle stands 365 feet tall. It's capable of carrying payloads of nearly 210,000 pounds to lower Earth orbit. The top 3. On the 3rd spot we have the Long March 9. That is the latest Chinese rocket design of the Long March family of launch vehicles. The rocket is still in development, but already we're seeing interesting alterations from American rockets. Instead of using external boosters, the Long March 9 features a single core booster with massive 120-ton engines. The Chinese Super Heavy launch vehicle will stand 364 feet tall and weigh over 9 million pounds. It is expected to have a payload capacity of 310,000 pounds. On the 2nd spot we have Saturn V. No other launch vehicle in history can claim accomplishments on the level of the Saturn V. The rocket was a technological wonder. Designed in 1969, it was larger and more powerful than anything ever created. And no design could match it for nearly 50 years, even after its retirement in 1973. The launch vehicle was 363 feet tall and weighed nearly 6.5 million pounds. Most impressive is its payload capacity. At 310,000 pounds, no other rocket has been able to deliver a payload of comparable size. The number one where you have all been waiting for is Starship. I have dedicated an episode about this rocket, and it will change the space industry. This rocket will be larger than any other in history, including the famous Saturn V rocket. Starship stands 400 feet tall and weighs 10 million pounds. The rocket is expected to handle payloads as heavy as 330,000 pounds and transport up to 100 passengers. Estimated at $250 million per launch, Starship could cost 10 times less than the SLS per mission. If you like this video, don't forget to push that button and check out the rest of the channel. If you like the content, subscribe.